Hey, morning. Frosty Peach coming at you. Having me a cup of coffee. I got to talk to y'all this morning about what I saw on my feed cruising through. So, I got up this morning, did my meditations, and everything. Had my morning exercise. But I'm cruising through my feed and I'm seeing a trend, and this ain't nothing new, but it bothers me. So we're going to talk about it for a few minutes. So here's the thing. I'm going to have some links and stuff in the comments. But there's this girl, and here's a screenshot right here. We're just going to boom. This girl, I saw it on Upworthy because I like to follow Upworthy. You guys are cool. And she's just telling her story and everything. She's, been overweight and like, ain't we all, right? So, I seen a lot of good. I seen a lot of good positive in there, but I seen a lot of negative too. That's nothing usual, Us fat people, we've been picked on and bullied and everything our whole lives. I know I sure have. And I actually had a pretty thick skin probably compared to most. It ain't the negative comments that bothered me. In the sense of, you got the guys or whatever, and they're like, oh, they're a fat slob, blah, blah, blah. They're just trolling. They're just trying to get attention. Don't pay them folks no mind, people. Don't pay them no mind. They're bored. They're unhappy with their lives. They feel like they need to be validated, and that's okay. Let them be who they be, but you don't got to take part in that. So, here's the thing. There's another group. And I like to call these are the people, they're the wannabe clinicians. They're the people, and I think they think, honestly, that they're doing us a favor. Or that they're doing that person a favor. They're saying things like, well, that's unhealthy. If you're, like this girl, she said she was a size 20, still a size 20. They're like, well, you're unhealthy and you need to do this, you need to go on a diet, you need to get, on the shot and Ozempic or whatever, whatever opinion they have. But they're the people who think, they're the clinicians. They think they know that person's body. They think that they're that person's doctor. They're not. And it ain't your business. So here's the thing. When we wake up in the morning and we look in the mirror, we know. Oh my gosh, that's a shock, right? I think some people think that we live in like a fantasy world when we're showing, like if we go to the beach with a bathing suit on or something. As I'm going off on my little tangent here, I just want to say to these people, it ain't a surprise. We see each other, we see ourselves in the mirror every day. We know what we look like. It ain't no surprise. And we need to normalize not commenting on people's bodies. I don't care. Don't comment on people's age. Don't comment on people's bodies. Just let them be. My mama said, if you don't have something nice to say to somebody, don't say nothing at all. I think we need to bring that back. And another thing. A lot of people think tough love works in these kind of situations. Let me tell y'all something. Shaming folks, being negative, bullying them, it don't work. I don't know if you think that there's going to be some magic that happens and that they're just going to have, a light bulb moment and they're going to go, oh, well, these people are so right. I'm a big old fat slob and I got to get healthy. That ain't how it works. What happens is, you're liable, that person's liable to get depressed. That person's liable to actually, it's going to backfire. because that person's going to end up trying. They might even, go and do something bad. They might, they're going to find a coping mechanism. They might go drinking or drugging, or they might eat themselves into a binge, things like that. So that's what happens when you're shaming people most of the time. Now, on the other hand, to flip that script, when you're encouraging people, when you're supporting people, you're giving them the powerful energy. You're giving them that energy. You're giving them all those good feelings, those endorphins and everything. They're saying, these people support me. They care about me. And, that can actually encourage them to do better for themselves. Because that's where the change happens. The change happens through encouraging people, loving people, and giving them that good, positive energy to make changes that they need, because they got a support system. And they don't have all of this negative energy going around them that's probably just going to make them want to give up. Anyway, well, they're probably right, Why even bother? I might as well just, have this 3 boxes of bonbons, or drink this, big bottle of, vodka or something. So this is why we got to encourage people, folks. And I get it. Sometimes you got to be nice until, as Patrick Swayze says in Roadhouse, you're nice until it's time to not be nice. And at that point, that's a whole different story. Because sometimes you got to not be nice to set your boundaries and things like that. But that's not what we're here talking about. We're talking about being kind to people and minding your business, Monday morning theme is to be nice to people, mind your business. And if you ain't got anything nice to say, then don't say nothing at all. Don't be trolling people, right? I'm proud of myself. And if I want to go to the beach in a 2-piece, I'll go to the beach in a 2-piece. So, go out today, get you some fresh air, sunshine. We got a new episode getting ready to drop. We're talking about burnout. So stay tuned to that. Frosty Peach is flooding y'all's feeds right now. Have a great day. I'll holler at you later. Bye-bye.
Just a little frosty.